Hello everyone, thank you for joining me as I whip these three vegetables with yam to create a delightful Nigerian flavor. Do you know how many recipes we can create with yam? Don't be surprised that yam is a very versatile staple ingredient in Nigeria. We can use yam to create pounded yam, porridge, vegetable yam, soup thickener, fried yam, yam flour for making amala. Vegetable yam is a very flavorful delicacy and it is very rich in fiber and many other nutrients. It is a great recipe for vegans. If you have a very busy life, this is a recipe that you can put together within 30 minutes. So for this recipe, these are the ingredients that we are going to be working with. Here I have like 2 tubers of white yam. You can use any other yam like yellow yam, water yam, and whichever one that appeals to you. I have vegetables, I have okra, crayfish, dry fish, palm oil, onion, pepper, and my all-purpose seasoning. I'm using salt as well. For this recipe, I'm not going to be using any cube seasoning. I don't use cube seasoning when I'm making this. So that is why this recipe is very good for vegans. Yes, for vegetables, you can use any vegetable of your choice, but here I am using 3 different types of vegetables. I have ewedu, which is also known as jute leaf. It's also called ayoyo or ahiha in Igbo language. I have broccoli rabes, which is a little bitter, and I also have some kale. These are the vegetables that I can lay my hands on where I am. You can use any one wherever you are. In this my recipe, the jute leaf is very important. If you can get it, please try to use it. It will give your vegetable yam a very nice taste and texture, and it is highly nutritious. You can read it up on Google and you find out. Now let's cut and peel up the yam. I've tried this recipe with yellow yam and it tastes so awesome. So if you can lay your hand on yellow yam, you can try it. After peeling and dicing up the yam, wash it thoroughly to make sure there are no sands, because if you crush sand in this recipe, you will not like it. So after washing it, add some water depending on the type of yam you have. If you have a dry yam, you add more water, but if it's a new yam, it doesn't require too much water to cook. So after prepping the yam, so the next thing is to prep the pepper and the onion. So I have the red habanero pepper and the jalapeno pepper. I love the greenish color from the jalapeno because it's very vibrant and it tastes so well. It has a kind of its unique flavor and it adds freshness and a little heat to the recipe. Yes, I just love to use this to crush my pepper and the onion because it still retains the color. You can see all the colors variation in your food, but you can use blender. If you don't know how to use it, you can use blender to just crush your pepper, just run it, and that will also be very nice. So right now I'm going to be adding my crayfish to the pepper. Crayfish is very important in this recipe. If you have it, you try to be generous with it. It will enhance the taste very well. But if you don't, you can still make this recipe without crayfish. You can as well add like fried meat like chicken, goat meat, cow meat into this recipe. Yes, because this yam is a dry yam, I'm just adding a little more water to it, and I'll be putting it on the stove to start cooking while I prep the rest of the ingredients. There are 3 main important factors that determine the taste or how our food come out when we cook it. And the first one is the type of ingredient you choose and how you prep your ingredient. And the third one is when you add each of your ingredients into your pot while cooking. So these are very, very important. Now it's time to prep the vegetable, and the first vegetable that I'm going to be taking care of here is the jute leaf, which is also known as ayoyo or ewedu or ahiha. So this vegetable is a very nutritious vegetable, and it's a very nice one that we can use to introduce solid food into our children. Yes, because it's very rich and it's very slimy, and it makes it easy for them to swallow their swallow foods. And the next vegetable here is the broccoli ribs. This broccoli ribs is a very delicious vegetable that has a little sweet bitterness, and it makes their food to be well enjoyable. And the third one is kale. This kale tastes like ugu. If you cannot get ugu where you are, just like me, use this kale vegetable, you are good to go. The next thing to be prepped is the dry fish. So dry fish, it has a very nice taste that it gives to this recipe, and you have to make sure you debone it very well. You can also use fried fish to make this recipe. It is very, very tasty as well. So right now I'm be cutting my okra. I'll just be cutting it like medium, sizes, not too big and not too small, because I want to taste the crunchiness while eating the yam. Okra is very important in this recipe. In case you cannot lay your hands on jute leaf, you can use okra, because okra is also slimy and very, very fiber packed. It is going to give your recipe that kind of little sliminess that will make it very easy for you to enjoy. I've checked the yam and it's like 70% cooked. So I'll be adding the pepper, onion, the crayfish, and the dry fish. I'm going to be adding some salt. This is to taste, because the crayfish and the dry fish, they usually come with some salt. So and I'll be adding some palm oil as well. Yep. Yeah, this recipe, you can make it to your taste. If you like to add like fried fish, you can add like fried meat or whatever protein that you like. And this will bring this recipe even more higher. So I'm just going to be covering it now and let it continue to cook. So while the yam is still cooking, I'm cutting up the vegetables, which have been thoroughly cleaned and drained. So let's keep watching. I'm going to be checking on the yam. Yes, it has really cooked down. The liquid has really gone down. This is exactly what I want. So right now I'm going to be adding the okra. I'm adding the okra, close to the end, because I still want that crunchiness, a little crunchiness from that okra. I don't want it to be too soft. So let's keep watching. Yes, immediately I added the okra, I'll be following up with the vegetable, because I want both to cook down together. I don't want the vegetable to overcook, and I don't want the okra also to overcook. And I'm going to be adding some more oil. This is to your taste. If you don't like too much oil, you can just adjust, but I usually like to add more oil when I'm cooking this kind of yam. Let's keep watching. Right now, I'm be adding my all-purpose seasoning. This all-purpose seasoning is so good that it's going to boost out the aroma. It's going to give the yam like a very nice flavor instead of using the cube seasoning. After adding the vegetables, I'm just stirring it gently, and I'm going to cover it to steam down for like 1 to 2 minutes. Let's keep watching. Yes, after 2 minutes, the yam has really cooked down. The liquid has really dried up, and we can see that the okra and the jute leaf is giving this yam like a little slimy texture. Yeah, that is exactly what is expected. Yes, let's keep watching. Now I'm just adding some freshly chopped habanero pepper. This is going to give this yam a very nice fresh heat. I love to have that taste in my yam, just like how we make it in the village, where we use like a fresh green and red pepper and some African garden egg to make this recipe, and it gives us a very nice smell, nice flavor and taste. If you cannot take heat from the pepper, do not add it. So if you're a vegan and you are making this recipe, all you just do is you remove all the protein from it. You don't add any meat or crayfish or whatever, and you'll still have a very great recipe at the end. Yeah, the yam is ready and I'm taking it off the stove. You know, the flavor that is coming from this yam is not something I can explain to you. That is why you need to try this recipe. This is a recipe that is packed with fiber, with vitamins, protein, and carbohydrate. Everything is right here. And you can take it higher by adding any type of protein that you like. This is a very delicious recipe that you need to try. It's a must try. Yes. What do you think about this recipe? Please leave your comments below. Now I'll be dishing out this delicacy. And if you have watched this video to this end and you are yet to subscribe to my channel, kindly subscribe and support this channel so that I'll be able to bring more of these recipes for your enjoyment. And of course, I have many more videos on my channel for your enjoyment. You can check them out. Thank you for watching. Stay blessed and see you in my next. Bye bye.